everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Lauren Midgley. So today's video is going to be part 2 of my decorating for Christmas series, and I wanted to take a second to say thank you guys so much for all of the comments and positivity. And on my first decorating for Christmas video, it was like overwhelming. I felt like everyone was being so nice and supportive in the comments, and you guys seem to really like how I decorated, and it just means so much to me. So I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching that video. Thank you for coming back for another one. So I will say, if you haven't watched part 1 yet, I'll have it linked down below because that's going to be like the first half of the living room. So I'd recommend watching that first. And we're going to kind of pick up where we left off. So in the first video, I decorated the mantle, the garland, I did the gallery wall, I put the tree up. Today's video, we're going to work on the coffee table and my cabinet, bookcase, side tables. I think I want to do a garland over one of the walkways. We might move over into the entryway if we have time. So it should be a really good video. I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get into it. Okay, so starting out back at the coffee table where we ended up in the last video. Now I have to admit, I played around with this for days and I just wasn't happy with how it was turning out. And then finally I, took a little break from it, came back, restarted, and I am so happy with how it turned out. So I hope you guys love it too. Now, if you're ever having trouble with getting floral arrangements how you want them and you're frustrated, I'm telling you, it's all about fluffing. When this came, it came like this. And if I put this in here, it would just look so bad. And so what I'm gonna do is kind of move each one out individually, play around with it, bend them in certain ways. The more you play with it, the more realistic it'll look. And I promise you can get it looking good. It just kind of takes a while sometimes. So already that looks so much prettier. It's very sparse though, so I am going to use the second one. By the way, if you ever are looking for coffee table books, go thrifting. All of my favorite coffee table books are from thrift stores. Usually you can find them at Goodwill for like $1. This is a book with tons of different golf courses, but look at how pretty this is. So I feel like this is going to go perfect. I want a different book though to go on top. Okay, so I did want to interrupt the video really quick to tell you about today's sponsor, which is the brand ECOVACS. So as a mom of 2 boys, my floors basically never get a break. There are always snack crumbs, muddy shoes, random sticky spots, you name it. It feels like the second we finish cleaning, something else happens. So having the ECOVACS DEEBOT X11 OmniCyclone has been such a huge help in keeping up with everything. This robot vacuum has so many amazing smart features that really make a difference. One of the first things I noticed was the battery life. So I have tried a lot of robot vacuums, and usually they'll clean and then they have to go charge for like an hour before finishing. But the X11 actually has PowerBoost charging. So while it's at the station washing its mop, it actually gives itself a quick top off. So it just needs a few minutes, and that will add enough power for it to keep cleaning. That way it can handle large spaces, even up to 1,000 square meters without stopping. And of course, runtime doesn't really matter if your floors don't look clean, but the suction on this is great. It uses blast suction with up to 19,500 PA of airflow, which basically means it picks up everything from fine dust to bigger bits like cereal or rice. My kids seem to spill absolutely everything, but the X11 handles it all in one pass. And then for mopping, it's actually scrubbing instead of just dragging around a damp pad. So it has something called the OZMO Roller 2.0, which uses a rolling brush that scrapes against a built-in cleaner to remove gunk and re-wet with fresh water every time. That way you're not just moving dirty water around. And it even gets right up to the edges and corners thanks to the true Edge 3.0, so nothing is left behind. It also handles transitions really well between hardwood floors and rugs. It has True Path adaptive 4-wheel drive, which lets it climb over rugs and thresholds of up to 4 centimeters without getting stuck, which is great in our house. We have lots of rugs everywhere. And then another cool feature is it even has a built-in voice assistant. So you can literally say, clean the kitchen after dinner, and it figures out the settings all on its own. And lastly, the best part is the OmniCyclone station. So it actually takes care of all the maintenance. It empties the dustbin, it washes the mop with hot water, and it dries it automatically. So I don't have to deal with any of it, which to me is the best part. And we have had this now for quite a few months. We love it. It vacuums, it scrubs, it cleans itself, and it actually keeps up with our crazy house. So a big thank you to ECOVACS for sponsoring today's video. X11 prices will drop below $1,000 during Black Friday. And if you guys are interested, I will have the DEEBOT X11 OmniCyclone linked down below in my description. Now, I've had a few people ask me how I tie my bows, and honestly, it's so easy. I don't really have some fancy method. I just tie it like I'm tying my shoes, any other regular bow, but I don't pull it all the way through. So what I do is I just tie it as if it was any other thing that I was tying my shoes, and I don't pull it all the way through, because see how that looks pretty bad? So all you have to do is take some time to kind of maneuver things around, figure out what side you want to be facing forward. Sometimes I'll move these around, and then whatever side I see, I'm like, oh, that side actually isn't that cute, and I'll just flip it around, the other side will look better. So you just kind of play around with it and move things, twist them. So yeah, I think I like it. So that is how I do my bow. Okay, so I was gonna save this next thing because I have a video coming up where I'm gonna go thrifting for Christmas decor, and this was one of my finds, but I wanna use it on the coffee table. So I found this for $3. It is this set of wicker bells. Looks like this. But look at how cool this was. Well, I knew it was a set of wicker bells, but there was so many more than I was expecting. Isn't that so cute? So I think I just want to use 2 of them, maybe 3. Okay, I'm gonna play around with it, maybe add some ribbon through here, but I am so happy with this thrift store find. Okay, so we're down here because we're gonna do a couple of DIYs, but I don't want you to click away if you're not good at DIYs, because I promise you these are gonna be so easy. I say as I have not tried them yet, but I have so much confidence that these are gonna work out and be so easy. So starting off, I really wanted a really pretty like antique gold, shiny gold, small beaded garland for my Christmas tree, and I wanted a lot of it so it could go all the way around, but all of the ones I saw that looked how I wanted it to look were just so expensive, like out of my budget. So I saw this 18-foot gold garland at Walmart. I want to say it was like $2 or $3, and it's small beads like I liked, and it's gold, but I didn't want it to be this like super shiny yellowy fake gold. So I was like, you know, I have Rub and Buff at home, why don't I just put Rub and Buff on this? So at first I was thinking that's gonna take forever, but I don't want to take credit for this, so I will put credit on the screen because I started looking up like Rub and Buff garland, and I found this girl, and what she did, this is such a genius idea and I'm hoping it'll work, is she took a Ziploc bag. Now she had like a gallon-sized freezer bag. I don't have that, so I'm hoping this will fit in here. All she did is she did a squeeze of Rub and Buff, put the garland in there, and went like this, let it dry, and it was perfect. It took like a couple seconds, and she had the most beautiful garland for such a cheap price, so we're gonna try that. Okay, moment of truth, because I can't even see what's going on in there anymore. I'm gonna lay out a paper towel to put it on, and we're gonna see how it looks. Oh, it's perfect. It is like exactly what I was wanting. Yay. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, I'll compare the two. So this is the after, and it just needs to dry. You don't need to put any top coat or anything. And then here is the before. So before and after. Oh, that is such a good DIY. So cheap, so simple. Okay, let's do the other two. Gosh, that was such an easy DIY. Look at how pretty this is. It is a very, very strong scent. So I'm actually gonna put these out back to dry, but they dry incredibly fast and you don't need to put like a top coat or anything on it. And that took literally less than a minute for all of them. And I'm just gonna throw this away, and that's that. Okay, first DIY was a success. Okay, now moving on to this area behind the couch, I have this cabinet. This is my first year that I've had it for Christmas. I got it last year, right after Christmas, possibly. I love it. I'll have it linked down below. You can get it on Wayfair or Walmart. It's a really good price, but I'm gonna empty it out. And then what I think I'm gonna do is decorate it, but also put all of my Christmas village houses in here. Okay, so we're sitting in the kitchen now, if you can hear the dishwasher running, but I wanted to show you guys the Christmas houses that I have. So I have a few things here that either my husband or my in-laws got me, and then I actually, once again, I'm gonna put this in my thrifting video, but I found a bunch of Christmas village houses thrifting this year that I'm gonna add to my collection. So to show you what I have this guy. My husband got me this a couple years ago. It's a St. Nick's Elf Academy, and then also this little dessert food truck. And then my in-laws got me this church one. Okay, let me show you the ones I thrifted. Okay, so all the ones I already owned are the ones that can light up. These ones don't light up, but you can put candles in them. So I found these, I think, at Goodwill. This one was $3, and it looks like it's some kind of church. And then this one was $2.99, and it is a Forest Lodge. And then this one was $2.99, and this is a Dollar General. And then this one was a little bit higher of a price, but it was my favorite one, and it lights up. So this one was $12, and it looks like this. It's just a really pretty house. So those are all of my Christmas village houses. So rather than making like a full-on village this year with all the people, because most of them need to be put back together, and I think I'm gonna hold off on putting these out for like another year because with my boys. But I think what I'm gonna do is style the bookshelf how I normally would with like books and all that, but use the Christmas houses as decor. So we'll see how it turns out. Okay, so the thing about this cabinet is I love how it looks open, but when you close it, there is like 5 inches here in the middle that you can't see. So I always have to be careful if I want things to be shown through to kind of push them a lot farther over than you would think. So it will look a little weird when it's open, but it's never really open. So I'm going to kind of push everything to the sides so they show better. Okay, I think I'm gonna call that done. Now, I was thinking about putting garland over this. Like I said, we never opened this. I'm gonna put it up there and see what I think. Okay, I don't think I love that. I think that looks kind of weird. Okay, I forgot that I had these larger ornaments that I bought from Target. I think they were on sale for like $12. But a little tip that I learned is take your larger ornaments and shove them deeper into the tree. And I saw a girl that decorates Christmas trees for a living mention that the #1 tip for decorating Christmas trees is to put different ornaments at different depths, which is, I've never done that before. I've always just put them in different spots, but they're all like, you know, like an inch in. She said different depths is the key, so we're gonna try that. But with these bigger bulbs, they're shatterproof, and I'm just gonna shove them in. I'm not even gonna worry about hanging them up. And it's nice because they're sparkly, so they will help reflect some of those lights. I kind of wish I would have got more of these ornaments because I think this is my favorite one. I only got 2. Okay, so I wanted to share a tip that I learned last year, and I think I showed it in one of my videos last year. But if you have ornaments that you're worried your kids are gonna pull off the tree or like a cat, this is a great way to make sure it does not come off any branches. So you just take a tiny little rubber band, like one of these little rubber bands that you would use in like a little girl's hair. You put it through like so, whoop, and then pull it through like that, and it'll create a little loop like so, and you just attach it onto the branch and it will not come off. I'll show you. Okay, so you just add it on to whatever branch, and then as you can see, that ornament is not going anywhere. So that is a great tip if you have young kids or cats or animals or whatever. I could just imagine a cat going like this and it will not come off. Okay, you guys can let me know what you think, but I actually think I don't like the beads. I like the beads, but I don't like them on the tree. I think it makes it a little too fancy looking. And I am gonna put like all of our family ornaments on this tree as well, and I think it just doesn't fit. So I'll use these in another, maybe on like the garland on the staircase, or I'll use it somewhere else, but I think I'm gonna take it off the tree for now. You guys can let me know what you think. I just feel like it's giving it more of like a fancier look than I'm wanting it to look. So it's funny because when I was looking at trees online, I had a bunch of inspiration trees that I loved that had really pretty like color coordinated ornaments and bows and just so many inspiration pictures in my phone. And I wasn't sure if I was gonna have a separate tree for our like handmade and personal and like collected ornaments. But halfway through putting all the fancy ornaments on the tree, I realized I didn't love how fancy it was looking. So I ended up saying, you know what, let's just put all the family ornaments on this tree as well. And I have to say, I love how it turned out. It might be my favorite part of the Christmas decor so far. Something about the added color, I think it looks so much better. So I'm really happy that I ended up just saying, you know what, who cares about the decor aspect of the Christmas tree, because I love how it looks with a mixture of some of my collected ornaments, some of our family ornaments, and then some of, you know, the pretty ones I bought from the store. Are you doing it?
Yeah. I want to sit down.
Are you getting Mommy and William on there? Are we on there, babe?
Yeah.
Oh, be careful.
I thought I'd fall down.
Okay, yeah, don't fall off the chair.